Alright, so we are here for another Yap video. It's been like a week since I posted, I don't know, but we do have confirmation that Super Dragon Ball Heroes, the final collab is coming to Dokkan. I believe that. I think I mentioned it in another video at some point, but we have the info coming out this Sunday, so a couple days from now, in about, I don't know, like what, 2 days and like 4 hours from now, we get the info for Dragon Ball Heroes and Dokkan. So for me it's 8 p.m. I just got this from a tweet, but yeah, apparently we're just gonna see the characters and stuff, and this is kind of exciting but also kind of bittersweet at the same time for me, because as someone who I actually really like Dragon Ball Heroes. Like, obviously it's not like the most deep, thought-provoking like storytelling in Dragon Ball, right? Obviously not, but I mean, honestly, it's just fun, bro. Like, I don't know what you want from me, bro. It's just, it's fun to watch. Like, there's just a lot of shit on there that's fun to watch, in my opinion. Like, a lot of the what-ifs and stuff, man. I just appreciate it for what it is. Also, the arcade game is pretty cool. I haven't played it, but there was a point where, I would watch a bunch of videos on it. Sometimes I still do, it's dying down. There are still some content creators out there that do Heroes videos, but obviously Heroes is moving on to Super Divers. I was gonna say unfortunately, but Super Divers could be crazy. We have to wait to see what kind of what-ifs they do in there, if they do any what-ifs at all, hopefully. But yeah, Heroes, honestly, in my opinion, I will miss Heroes a little bit, but we are gonna have like sort of a last hurrah with the Dokkan collaboration, unless they decide in the future that since it's maybe, I don't know, maybe it's easier to get the rights and they just start doing Dokkan Fest and LRs, which would be optimal, but I wouldn't be too hopeful for that. But yeah, this video is just gonna be my predictions for the characters and the EZAs that could come out in the celebration as well, just kind of the celebration in general, so we can go ahead and close this now. I just have the 2023 Dragon Ball Hero Celebration info here is pulled up. Let's actually just go through kind of the some of the events real quick before we get into like the main characters and who I think we're gonna get. So the story event, if there is gonna be if there's gonna be a story event this time, it's probably gonna be centered around the end of the Big Bang mission like line of cards. So this is the Universe Creation Saga. It's like the Pseudo Universe Saga, whatever it's called, and it will go up from, because this ends at Limit Breaker Vegito versus Dark King Fu, and it skips Broly. Maybe they'll add Broly as a stage in for this next one, or maybe actually what I think they're gonna do, I think maybe they might update this, because technically it's all Big Bang mission, but it could still be like the Battle of the Pseudo Universe Saga or whatever it is. It'll go up to the finale of that saga. Obviously that means we'll be getting some characters from that saga, but you'll see what I'm thinking of. I don't know what this is gonna be. So for EZAs, let's just go over this real quick. It's pretty cut and dry who we're gonna get for the EZAs, at least, unless they want to surprise us with like the 2022 or 2023 characters, which a lot of people have talked about, maybe since they can only do one more Hero Celebration, that the EZA, some of them are just not going to get EZAs, and I don't think that's true, because if you remember the Dragon Ball Fusions characters, they did come back after a while, and eventually the Dragon Ball Fusions characters did get EZAs, I believe in 2021, 5 years after the game came out, after the game was long dead by that point. Like, the game was not receiving support anymore, and I think they definitely could just, I don't know, like a random celebration, say like, I don't know, they do like a GT themed celebration or something, I don't know, they just EZA the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4s, just because they're Super Saiyan 4 characters. They're not from GT, but they, fit. Maybe it's like the countdown to the celebration or something. Or, just say, I don't know, they could just do like fusions where they just randomly drop it during like New Year's. They could just drop like the 2022 where we get the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4s. We get Bardock and Gohan EZA, Rebel and Chrono EZA, it's like Hearts EZA, all that stuff. And then obviously these 2023 characters may, just get their own EZAs eventually, which would be cool, because 2023 is probably going to be one of the most fondly looked at batches of Heroes, because they're definitely one of the best. I think it's either this or 2021, because the 2021 team, led by Super Saiyan God Trunks, was actually, I think, in contention for the best Heroes has ever been, pre-7th anniversary. I think maybe Limit Breaker Vegito, 2023 might have a little edge, but 2021 I think is very close. I think they were very strong in 2021, but speaking of 2021, that is who I think is going to get the EZAs. So yeah, obviously the headliner EZA is going to be Super Saiyan God Trunks Zeno. Obviously, has a very big. His super attack effect is already pretty decent, and I mean his passive is very, very. It's so basic. Like they could literally do anything with it. It just stats and Rainbow Orb changing. Rainbow Orb changing could end up being useful, but again, this passive has nothing in it. They can add a lot. They just can go wherever they want with this. So I don't even know what they're gonna do. You know, Zeno Pan, she could get like more dodge chance. She could be pretty decent. I don't even remember what these fusions do. I guess they could be decent. I feel like I remember this AGO Gotenks being okay. These two are definitely going to be interesting, and also Mechikabura. So Mechikabura and the two Zeno Super Saiyans I think are going to be the best, could be the best EZAs up the batch. I'll start on Mechikabura first because he's very interesting. He has this like orb-based passive. You just get a lot of stats, like this is all multiplicative. He already stacked attack as well. I mean, if they get some defense on this is very good. I think definitely Mechikabura, they could definitely do him dirty, but they can also do him really good. And I would actually be very interested to see what they do with him. And obviously these two are very good outside of heroes. They do get extra attack when they're next to their respective family unit, but it only has to be one of them. But I mean, it's just attack at the end of the day. I mean, defense is really what matters. If they add hopefully they don't add a restriction to crossover like they added, you know, the SGR Super Vegeta got a cell restriction added for no reason. Hopefully they don't get a heroes restriction, but they would be great support units on their respective family teams. And I think probably, if anything, these two are definitely going to be the best EZA out of the batch because they have innately just the most potential as support units for their family team, and they already have greatly raised attack and defense in their super attack effect, which is already amazing. 50% to both stats, that's great. So they just need a stat boost, they need a passive boost, and they could be very, very good. So I would like to see what they do with those guys. And then, yeah, in terms of, like, Robel and Cronoa, and then, like, Super Saiyan 4 Bardock, Super Saiyan 4 Gohan, they would be with the 2022 batch, so with the Limit Breakers and Hearts, and then, yeah, obviously, like, even though Golden Metacooler and then Dark and Emma came out in 2022, they'd be with the 2023 batch, because that's when they awakened, but, EZAs, honestly, I feel like the EZA lineup, like, besides the Zeno Super Saiyans and Mechikabura, I'm not super interested in. Honestly, I mean, God Trunks probably could be decent, but the rest of these I don't really care about. I'm mostly waiting. I want to see Robel's EZA. I want to see Golden Metacooler's EZA. The Limit Breakers need great EZAs because they sucked on release, but they need great EZA. Those are the main like 4 EZAs that I want to see in the future, but unfortunately, we are probably gonna have to wait for those. But yeah, so that's it for that. I'll just leave it open just in case. Obviously, we got the EZAs. They'll do the EZA banner for the free-to-play unit EZA. They're obviously just going to EZA the Toa. I don't even remember what she does. I've never used her once in my life, so, but they'll EZA her. Burst mode, they'll probably do a burst mode to the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito Dokkan event. For sure. Red Zone. For Red Zone, what I think the stages they're going to do, I think they're going to do, Stage 7 will be Dark King Few. Stage 8 will be Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Broly. And then, Stage 9 will be the... Where is he? Oh, he's right here. The Crimson Masked Saiyan. They could add a 10th stage with a character that I have up here in these tabs here, but we'll see what's going on. But that they could potentially add a 10th stage because this is going to be the last year anyway. But we'll see what they do with that. Yeah, just that and the blah blah blah. Yeah, so that is it for the celebration info. So really, what is left to go over is who I think the new characters will be. So for the free unit, I have a likely choice, and I have who I would want choice. But who I want choice would also be a good sellable unit for me personally. Who I think it's going to be, I think it's going to be Vidro. This is like the Glass Tribe member that likes Yamcha. I don't really remember that much about her, but I know she's like fairly, people like kind of know her. And she's from Ultra God Mission, so I feel like she could be the free-to-play unit. All the arts that I picked are what I think will be their max Dokkan Awakening art, so this would be your TUR art minus Yamcha, or who knows, maybe they put Yamcha in there as like a unit super attack. I don't know. But I think that's who she is. I don't really care for her that much. Personally, I would like Dark Factor Robel, either as a free or a summonable unit, just because Robel is one of my favorite Heroes characters. I would like to see her get some more representation just outside of her because the physical Robel is just her base form, and I actually think her Demon Goddess forms are really cool, so I think they could definitely do Demon Goddess Robel, make her kind of like a support. I feel like she'd be like a sealer and stunner. I feel like she'd be really good with debuffs. I feel like that's kind of like her character. Like, debuffs and support would be her character. As a free unit, I don't know how great she would be, but this would be her TUR art, I would think. Could be okay for a banner unit. So, in terms of the summonable characters, I actually made a banner concept image. So this is what I think it's gonna look like. So I have 7 characters on here. Now I'm gonna preface this. This is very, very hopium, bro. This is very hopeful. They're definitely not gonna, I feel like they're definitely not gonna do 7 characters. Probably not gonna do an LR. But this is what I would want for the summonable banner here. Obviously the main unit. We'll talk more in depth about each of them. The main unit is the LR. Ultra Instinct Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Bardock, and then the Super Saiyan 2 Future Gohan. I think the Bardock and the Future Gohan will have like their Warrior and Black names probably. If they actually use this unit, this unit is going to have the longest name in Dokkan. I think the full name is going to be Goku Ultra Instinct and Super Saiyan 4 Warrior and Black Dark Dragon Balls Enhanced and Super Saiyan 2 Future Warrior and Black Dark Dragon Balls Enhanced. We're gonna name it like the LR family. LR generational Kamehameha or something because, yeah, no. But, obviously, we do have some very hype units here as the T-Wars. The, Blue Evolution Gogeta and the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I feel like can also be contenders for LRs, and that they can also be a duo LR together. That's also possible, but in this case, I really think that, Goku, Gohan, and Bardock should be the LR. I feel like they are the most deserving character, or characters to represent heroes as an LR, because this is like, you think about the essence of heroes, this is heroes right here. Like, Ultra Instinct and Super Saiyan 4 next to each other with the revived Future Gohan, like, that is Dragon Ball. That's, like, one of the most what-if things they have, like, in the series. It's, like, just shows, like, the combination of, like, all the different universes and stuff, but Gogetas could be LRs, but I have them here as TURs, but I do definitely think both of these Gogetas should get representation, so I have them on the banner. I did not put Blue Kaioken Vegito, because the original one from the Prison Planet Saga, I think it's too late for technically. And then I don't care about me. I know he was in Meteor Mission. I don't like Meteor Mission. You don't like Meteor Mission. We're just gonna ignore Meteor Mission. Okay, we're just gonna ignore it. Evil Saiyan Turles and Super Saiyan 3 Raditz. I don't think a lot of people would be hyped for them, but personally, I really want them. If I had to pick 2 units that had to be on the banner, I would actually pick Evil Saiyan Turles. If I had to pick my top 3 units I most want, it would be this LR. And then Evil Saiyan Turles and Super Saiyan 3 Raditz. Specifically Angel Super Saiyan 3, or Angel Evil Saiyan Turles. Because of how he was when he fought Super Saiyan 3 Raditz. I don't know, I just think they're really cool. I don't really know if they'll make it in the game, but I think it would be sick, because I really want them. So, and then obviously down here we get the final battle of the Big Bang mission, which is the Universal Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and then the, like, the Dogi Dogi Absorbed Few is, I think. If this is good, because I feel like if this is going to be the last banner, they got to go all out with the characters. So we have Big Bang Mission. Technically, Limit Breaker Gogeta is Big Bang Mission, but he did more in Ultra God Mission, and then we have Ultra God Mission with Limit Breaker Gogeta, Raditz, Turles, and then the LR. Probably if they were to hop into Ultra God Mission, they would probably throw in Demigra. They could throw in instead of this, they could do Future Gohan and Super Saiyan God Trunks, but I mean, this is just what I personally want. I mean, I don't think they're going to do Turles and Raditz, unfortunately. I'm not sure if they will. If they do, I'm totally fine with it. That's what I want, but they'll probably throw in Demigra. Unless they do decide to, like, I don't know. Because I guess they could rebrand Heroes as their Super Divers, because Super Divers is going to have a Heroes, like, legacy mode, so they could just do Heroes characters under the Super Divers brand, so they could just do Ultra God Mission later. And then, let's just say, like, if they were just to finish Big Game Mission, they did 5 characters, would be Evolution Blue Gogeta, Universal Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Doki Doki Few. I think, like, regular Evil Saiyan Turles, they just forego the Angel one, they just do the regular one. And then, I don't know, like, Super Saiyan Rose 1, Crimson Master Saiyan. I think they would save Limit Breaker Gogeta for Ultra God Mission, because he did way more in there. The last character's kind of tough. I like Rose 1, Rose 2, Crimson Master Saiyan, or, like, the Hooded Bardock, the Warrior in Black. I don't know what they do for the last character. Maybe they would pull. Maybe I'm thinking, like, maybe would just be these 5, not Limit Breaker Gogeta, but Raditz, Turles, Gogeta, Universal Blue, and then Doki Doki Few, because last year, we can look at the lineup here. Obviously, you know, Limit Breaker Vegito, Limit Breaker Broly, Dark King Few from the first half of Big Bang Mission, but Berserk Blue Vegeta and Crimson Mask Sander from the second half. And then 2022, we have Hearts Golden Meta Cooler from the last half of its Universe Mission, and then Dark Janemba and the Limit Breakers are from the first half of the Big Bang Mission. So they could, like, what they could do is they could take Blue Evolution Gogeta, Universal Super Saiyan Blue, Dogi Dogi Fu from the end of Big Bang Mission, and they could take Turles and Raditz from the start of Ultra God Mission. That's what they could do for that. I think also, if they want to do Ultra God Mission to start, they could do like the Super Saiyan 1 Dark Teacher Gohan, or like the Super Saiyan 3 Dark Bardock. I would be really happy with that Super Saiyan 3 Bardock. I like his outfit a lot, but I think if anything, like, the most guaranteed are Blue Goku and Fu. I think, like, if you wanted to, like, bet money on any of these coming, I would bet on Universal Blue Goku and Dogi Dogi Fu. That's personally. But yeah, enough yapping about, like, the banner itself. This is what I would want, personally. Well, semi-realistic, because, again, if it was what I wanted, there'd be LR Golden Meta Cooler on here, and, like, Demon Goddess Robel, and, like, the base form Black Eye Metal Cooler, like, stuff like that. And then just, like, Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, Super Saiyan 4 Bardock, and stuff. Nobody would want what I want, but, let's start with the characters. Angel, Evil Saiyan Turles, for him, I'm not really sure what he would do. He seems kind of more like, I don't know, he seems like a very defensive unit to me. I don't know why, but I feel like maybe you could think he's offensive, you know, because he's, like, kind of, like, crazed with the power of the Stream Eye, but I don't know, I see, like, in my mind, I'm making a rotation for these two, with Raditz and then Evil Saiyan Turles, and I'm seeing Evil Saiyan Turles being the slot 1, and then Raditz, I'm seeing Raditz being the slot 2, but yeah, I feel like he would be a very defensive unit. He would be good for the LR, if he wasn't restricted to crossover, which he probably will be, let's be honest, but if he isn't, he could be a very good partner for the LR EZA Turles, especially if he's in a slot 1, you can make that a rotation. Actually, yeah, I want him to be a slot 1 now, because if you could put him with the LR Turles EZA, that'd be amazing. And then, I think in the Heroes game, his super attack is literally just like the LR Turles 18 key, like the Blast... Well, it's like the 12 key, the combo, and then it's the Blast Barrage, like the Sun and Storm he does then, which is what he does in the show. Or not in the show, the movie. So that, he would probably just have a version of that as super attack, which is not impossible, because this Blue Vegeta, his super attack, the main blast is in Tech Majin Vegeta Super, and they could just reuse, like, the blast from LR Turles and this guy. They could just reanimate it. I think definitely that's possible. I think that's his only super attack, unless they want to take something from the anime, but he didn't... Evil Saiyan Turles didn't really do any, like, big attacks in the anime, unless they want to take, like, some melees from the anime, which they could, because Limit Breaker Broly's super attack is from the anime. Interestingly enough, they didn't take... Well, the last blast in the super attack, the cluster blast is from the game. But, yeah, interestingly, they didn't take, like, the Big Bang Mission Limit Breaker Super Saiyan Broly's super attack, which I think is actually really cool, so I'm kind of sad they left it out, but, yeah, probably they I would say, like, give him a rush of attacks from the show, and then, like, end it with the Sudden Storm. I think this is what his super attack would be, make him defensive. Make him work not only on the Heroes team, but also with the LR Turles in the game, make it be... Dude, that'd be such a cool rotation. But probably not. I don't think it's gonna happen, but... We got Super Saiyan 3 Raditz. I think I would, out of those two, he'd definitely be the more offensive one. Not any, like... I don't have any specific partners in mind for him, really, but... I mean, I just think he'd be a cool offensive unit. In the game, his super attack is just the Double Sunday. So... He does, like, a couple things in the show and then the manga. I guess they could, like, kind of do it with Turles, where it's, like, they take a little rush from the show or the manga, and then he ends it with the Double Sunday. But yeah, they could definitely do that. Super Saiyan... Unfortunately, Super Saiyan 3 Raditz doesn't have a ton of material. I think he's definitely, out of all these characters, he's the least likely to come. He has the least amount of material, but, again, he is one of... Probably... Probably, after the LR, is probably my second most... wanted Heroes character to be in the game, personally, because I am a Raditz fan, and Super Saiyan Raditz is just funny. But yeah, I would see him being offensive, like a decent slot 2 unit. Like, he'd get tapped by supers, but he'd probably be one of the weaker links, but he could be good offensively and stuff. So yeah, that's Super Saiyan Raditz. Next is the Dogi Dogi Absorb Few. This is what I think his TR art would look like. Probably redrawn. This doesn't look super amazing. I mean, it's fine. It's not like one of the shitty, like I'm not gonna lie, there's someone on the Heroes art team that has like the most, is shit, but that's all I'm saying. Not like I can do much better, but hey. So Doki Doki Few, I mean, my main thing is like he should be able to link with the Dark King Few. Maybe give him like out the gate 70% dodge chance so you could at least put him in slot 1, kind of have it as a rotation, but I don't think it would be a rotation. I feel like this guy would also be like a support type unit because he's like gathering stuff from the universe tree. Maybe like the longer, you know, the more key, like he has like some like key equals stats passive or something like that. So again, like his whole thing is like he's absorbing energy so he gets stronger, you know, when he gets more key or something. I don't know. But I think, I don't really like this former Few very much, but I think he probably just has to be in, right? Like again, like the whole Demigrowth thing, like, I prefer Few over Demigrowth, so that's why I included him, but I feel like I had to include one of them in here, but, so yeah, Doki Doki Few. Then the opponent, I think this is going to be his SSR art. I couldn't find an art of like Universal Blue Goku from Heroes that I would like to be the TO art. They could just take something from like a Blue Kaioken Goku or a Blue Goku from the game. This would definitely be his SSR art if he was in the game, but this is the, yeah, again, him and Doki Doki Few I think are, like, if you had to ask me, I think they are like guaranteed this year. But yeah, Universal Blue Goku, I would say, I feel like he'd be a slot 1. I feel like he'd be good defensively. He could also have a thing like Few where he gets stronger the more like he gets or whatever. He could also potentially be solid on other teams, you know, because he's just a blue Goku, and you know he could work up with like the God Key and stuff. Probably could be decent, you know, like the LRUI Gokus, despite not being Rev 7. But he could probably link okay-ish with them. But I mean, to be fair, he's probably going to be restricted to the Heroes team. But I think he is likely, instead of the LR, he likely could be the header as well. So he might be even better than like a regular SSR. But again, we'll see on Sunday what they do. But I do think this is probably the most likely character to come. Personally, I always thought Universal Blue looked nice. I like the color of blue here. You could give him. I feel like even though if he was the headliner, he'd be like the leader of the team. I feel like he could also support, just because. I don't know. It just seems like something like, you know, this Goku would do, like support and lead the team. But yeah, he could be very strong depending on what they do with him. Now the big three, technically, I think these would be like the 3 most hype. You got Blue Evolution Gogeta. This has to be his TUR, by the way. This has to be his TUR. I love this art. This art is so sick. This has to be his TUR, but yeah. Blue Evolution Gogeta. He has, I believe, 2 different super attacks they can pull from the arcade game. But I would actually like them to give him the rush he does on Crimson in the anime, where he does like the flurry punches and he does the big punch that makes Crimson disintegrate. I think that'd be a really cool super attack. He could also likely be a headliner. He could have an active skill. Maybe make the active skill to rush, or like the final punch, and then like you give him the super from the arcade game. There's like one where it's kind of like the Dragon Ball FighterZ dramatic finish, where he does like a little combo he does on Broly, and then he does the big punch. It's just like a Fighter dramatic finish, and then there's the other one where it's like it starts out as the God Punisher, and then it ends with like a point blank Kamehameha. How they can do one of those. He could be an LR. I could definitely see Blue Evolution Gogeta being an LR. Like he's definitely, he definitely could make enough money to be worth like pouring in resources to make an LR. This guy, but yeah, I mean, I feel like he'd just be like kind of a do-it-all unit. Like he definitely would just be strong in any slot, just strong at doing everything. I mean, it's Gogeta. Come on. I don't feel great about making him like a general SSR. You know, maybe either they can make both the Gogetas one LR, or they can make them separate headliners or whatever, which would be cool. But I feel like the Gogeta's got to be OP. Come on, like, you know, because Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta last year and the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta from 2020 were both very good. So yeah, obviously Limit Break Gogeta. I also like this art a lot. I think this should be his whatever his final art is. This would go hard as an LR. I feel like that was a crazy blue spread, by the way. But this could go crazy as an LR. Like, imagine this animated, like the aura flowing around. That would be cool. But yeah, so this Limit Breaker Gogeta has 4 different super attacks just from the game that they can pull from. So this guy absolutely does have enough material for an LR. You give an intro based off the anime, like Limit Breaker Vegeta. But he definitely has enough material. In fact, you could make an LR of this guy and probably not fit all of the material he has into one unit. That's how much material he has. So I could definitely see him being an LR as well, just because of how many super tech he has. He has a Big Bang Kamehameha, which is discard super tech. He has like a fiery Stardust Fall that he fires upwards. It was the set after that. Then the set after that, he has a tag unit with Blue Vegito, where he does like kind of like a point blank Soul Punisher. That would probably be the one I want the most in the game, the Soul Punisher. And then the one from Big Bang Mission is kind of lame. It's just like 2 fireballs. It's kind of lame, to be honest, but they definitely know how to pull from one from that one. But I feel like also similar to the other Gogeta, he'd be kind of like a do-it-all unit. And then, yeah, so again, enough money. Like, they could definitely pour in resources for him to make him an LR and make it worth it. But what I think should be the LR for the potentially final Hero Celebration is the Generational Kamehameha. This is like the most Heroes thing they could do besides maybe like 2 Gokus, but we need an LR for this team because the HP is going to be in the mud if we don't get an LR. I'll say just give one of them high HP stats, but yeah, or one of the TURs high HP stats, but like they could be good on Goku's family as well. They could be good on the Heroes team. They could definitely be. I would like them to be a slot 1 just because, you know, I mean, it kind of reminds me of Vegeta and Trunks in a way. You know, it's like the family attack, so they could make them kind of like Vegeta and Trunks, maybe just less boring, but like they can make them a good slot 1. They can make it do a lot of damage. Like the active skill. This moment is so. This has got to be like one of my This has got to be easy like top 3 moments in Heroes. Like I would assume for everyone personally, right? But I mean, I just think I really be saying this, but I feel like every Heroes unit should just be good in multiple areas because the team definitely needs a lot of help, and I would like them to get some type of longevity if this is going to be the last celebration. But yeah, I mean, look at this and tell me this wouldn't be hype. Look Goku, Bardock, and Gohan. Tell me this wouldn't be hype right now. You can't. You actually can't. This is the LR art would just be so glorious, bro. This shit would be, oh my god, bro. Nah. Listen, Gogeta's cool, Universal Blue's cool, Vegito Blue Kaioken's cool. No, this has to be the LR, man. If they're doing an LR, dude, it has to be this. I can't imagine this is a TUR. This has to be the LR, bro. Like, imagine this animated, dog. But yeah, I mean, that's gonna be about it from me. That's gonna be it for my Dragon Ball Heroes, final prediction video. I will see, how many I got right when the stream comes out. Hopefully, I'm kind of close because I would really like this. Probably only going to do 5 characters. If I had to pick 5 characters out of this, I would take out Turles and Raditz as much as I want them if we're being realistic. Unless they want... I could see them taking out the Gogetas, honestly, just so they have this, and then if they do Heroes again later under Super Divers, it's like a normal Dokkan, if they save the Gogetas for later, I can definitely see them doing that. But that's going to be it for me. Very hyped for the Heroes banner to come out. I'm pretty excited to see the stream. I might record a reaction depending on if I have the time when the stream is up, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.